Hello, and this is Delia again, and I have another book called Oliver and Company, Christmas is for Friends. And this is coming from the Storybook Collection Advent Calendar book. It has all kinds of stories in it. Are you excited, Scarlett, for the new story? Yay! So, Scarlett, I'm going to read you the book called With Your Friends called Christmas is for Friends. Oh, look at all them animals. You know, you like animals too. See, look at them. They're all around her while she plays the piano, the little girl. A heavy snow fell outside Jenny's Fifth Avenue townhouse, but inside a blazing fire warmed the luxurious living room. "Look, Oliver," sang Jenny, "we're going to have a white Christmas." Oliver looked up sadly from his cushion by the fireplace. Jenny sat next to him. "What's the matter, Kitty? Don't you feel well?" Oliver let Jenny pet him and scratch under his chin, but soon he settled back onto his cushion. "I know what the matter is," said Jenny, as she reached out for a photograph. "You miss your friends." Although they had promised to visit often, Oliver's friends from the barge, Dodger, Einstein, Tito, and the rest, had not been around for a while. Oh, probably missed them, didn't they? Oliver knew they were probably busy helping Fagin make a living, so Oliver's only animal company came from Jenny's poodle, Georgette, who although friendly of late, was too snooty to be much fun. "I know what we'll do," thought Jenny. "I'll throw Oliver a Christmas party. That'll cheer him up." Her parents were staying with relatives in Europe for the Christmas holiday. With no one around but the staff, Jenny could use some company herself. With the help of Winston, she wrote an invitation to Fagin and the rest of Oliver's friends. Aww. Winston printed it with fancy writing on a parchment scroll. "To messengers and MME, Fagin, Dodger, Rita, Einstein, Francis, and Tito. The pleasure of your company is requested for dinner on Christmas Eve, December 24th at 6 o'clock in the evening. RSVP, black tie optional." Winston tied the invitation with a gold ribbon and delivered it to the barge. He found no one at home, so he tied it to the doorknob. Fagin was delighted with the invitation and read it to his friends, who leaped and yipped at the news. Yep, they were excited. They yip, yip, the woof. That's what they mean by woofing. They yipped. "I bet that it'll be some feed," said Fagin. "I think I can scrape up black tie for each of us, but I wonder where in town can we find an RSVP?" Jenny, Winston, and the staff set about preparing a magnificent Christmas Eve dinner. Roast beef, roast goose, roast potatoes, and lots of puddings and pies. "What are you doing, Belle?" Winston called in the florist. "What are you doing, Drake?" Who draped the walls and the staircases with garlands of holly, all ablaze with white twinkling stars and lights. Then they erected an enormous Christmas tree, hung with gold and silver bulbs and delicious dog bones around the bottom. Uh-oh. If Belle was around that, she would want to eat up all them bones. Jenny went to dozens of stores buying gifts for the Christmas Eve guests. Oliver was delighted to see Jenny with her arms overflowing with gifts. The thought of seeing his old friends made Oliver very happy. On Christmas Eve, everything was ready. "I hope they'll come," said Jenny, looking a little worried. They didn't RSVP. At that moment, 6 o'clock on the dot, the bell rang. There at the door were Oliver's 6 friends, each wearing a black tie. He was beside himself with joy. Oliver and the dogs chased one another around the room, unable to contain their excitement. All the guests enjoyed the elegant dinner. Little was left but a pile of bones. Look, those fluff dogs came. Afterwards, Jenny sat around the tree. Afterward, Jenny set everyone around the tree and handed out her gifts. A handsome pocket watch for Fagin, a sausage string for Dodger, a small wicker basket with a lid for Tito to put his tools in, And Frances opened a videotape of Shakespeare's play, and Einstein received a comfy pillow for his bed. Rita and Georgette opened their packages and were overjoyed to receive beautiful homemade sweaters. Handmade sweaters. Oliver received a tiny diamond-studded collar bell, which jingled when Jenny hung it on his collar. "That way I'll always know where you are," she said. Georgette, in her new Angora sweater, looked slightly miffed, but didn't say anything. "And now, Jenny," said Fagin, it's our turn." He laid out 6 crumpled packages, tied with butcher string. "I'm sorry we couldn't find an RSVP," he said. "We looked everywhere." Jenny tried not to giggle. Then she opened the first package. "How nice," she explained. Her friends had gone to a lot of trouble to give her a cuckoo clock with an exquisite bird, but no chime. She also received a beautiful book of fairy tales with a taped cover, a picture frame with no glass, a one-armed doll who had beautiful eyes, a string of beads with no clasp, and a satin purse with a hole in it. "How lovely," she said. She meant it, too. "'Twas much." Fagin looked down at his stuffed shoes. "We found them all in the trash. I didn't figure you'd spend so much on all of us." "Christmas isn't a spending contest," laughed Jenny. "I love my gifts. They're all so unique, and I do love." She got no further because, psst, with a crackling blue flash, every light in the house went out. "Speaking of surprises," said Fagin, "all these Christmas lights have blown a fuse." "I'll try to find a flashlight," said Jenny. She groped her way across the marble floors. Thump! Jenny bumped into a table that held one of her mother's prized vases. "Whoa," she said as she fell to the floor. "Are you hurt?" called Fagin through the darkness. "I don't think so," she said. "Don't move, Jenny," called Winston. "There might be broken shards around you." While Fagin and Winston tried to find Jenny, Tito, the electrical wizard, sniffed out the faulty fuse, and within a few minutes the room was once again aglow. "I'm all right," said Jenny, "and thank goodness, and so is my mother's vase." "I'm glad about the vase," said Fagin. "Nice catch, but I'm even more glad that you're in one piece." "Thank goodness you're all here." "You all were here," said Winston. "We might have spent our whole Christmas in the dark." "Thank goodness you all were here," Jenny repeated, "because I can't imagine Christmas without you." Aww. And that was Christmas is for Friends. I hope you enjoyed this cute little book. And there will be more. Have a wonderful day.